Hello everyone, and welcome to another Lambda Ethereum Consensus Daily. This time, like an hour after our usual time. But yeah, I'm going to share, as always, the YouTube link. Just give me a second. And that's it. We're live. Okay, so updates. Last Friday, everything was working related the sync contribution PR. So we already have all the contributions being broadcasted to the network and other nodes picking it up, both in the minimal and the main spec. So everything was working. I was the whole day working on mostly a refactor on the duties because I wasn't I wasn't convinced about the state of the duty calculation for the aggregation, because I started one way when I do the message publish, and now that I added the contribution, things got a little bit messy. So it's already in a good shape. Probably there is some things that I might have missed. I didn't continue working in the morning on that because I was looking at other issues, but I'm going to give a look again to the PR just to make sure that everything is in place. But it's ready for review, so Tommy, when you can go through it and give it a look. And maybe I add like a small change, but today in the morning I was testing and everything was working. I tested again in minimal with like a lot of epochs and, and periods, and in main with at least between 3 and 4 periods, and which are 128 slots per period. So that was working. Anytime we move from one period to another, everything continued working. The same for the epochs. I made also something that we discussed in the beginning regarding the calculation of aggregation bits. So I already did the performance optimization, saving this before in the beginning when we do the calculation, and then just reuse it every time we need it. So that's working. And yeah, so today I'm going to probably have some time in the afternoon to double check things if you didn't went through it, or if you do, just to make sure that I didn't miss anything. I have 2 issues that I need to create, and I'm going to create them and link in the PR because they are related to some to-do comments. And also I'm going to start working on the block processing of the sync aggregate, right? So we need to make the sync aggregate part of our blocks, and I'm going to start working on that. So that's all my update for today.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I don't have many questions for that. I will probably review these tomorrow morning because I'm with some tasks on the execution side of things. But tomorrow morning, I should have enough time so that when you start working on Argentina time, you'll probably have the review ready. That on the one hand. On the other hand, I was just going to ask what the next steps are. Like, what's the...
Okay. Yes, next steps. For now, I guess the 2 most important steps, because of what we discussed last daily, are both the fix of the issue regarding subnet info that you made me remember that I didn't comment it, but I tested, and yes, if I move the subscription near the first the first third of the slot period, then we don't have issues of aggregate message missings, right? So of sync committee message missing. So yeah, it's related to being in the beginning. So we need to fix that. That's a task that one of the ones I mentioned that I need to create. That's one task. The other one is related to the block addition of the sync aggregates in our blocks. So I'm going to start working in the block addition because it's difficult, and I want to get my feet wet in all the things that are related to the block creation, because I just mess with this like sometime when I get the issues with attestations, but I don't have the whole picture of everything that's happening. I saw that probably I'm going to start in the operations collector part of things because I need to add the new sync contribution to the ones that we picked up, and then start calculating the sync aggregate. So that's for now the two most important steps: getting the sync aggregate in the blocks and fix the subnet issue related to subscriptions.
All right. Yeah, that sounds awesome. No more questions on my side.
Great. So yeah, I'm going to start working on that today. I don't have like a lot of insight about how much time would it take, but I don't think it would be like a lot related to the previous task. So I'm getting a guesstimate, but I guess that midweek or maybe Thursday this should be in place. So yeah, that's the idea. And then the change in the subnet info, I think it will be a quick one, probably one day, not more than that. So yeah, that's my estimate for those two. So I hope to have both in this week and maybe start working on other things. So that's the idea.
That's great. Thanks for the update.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, I think that's all for me. And as you mentioned, that's all the questions you had. So I hope to see you all again in the next live stream that would happen tomorrow. So have a good one.